Yeah, you might want to be selling these with the QCR hype train about to be starting. By QCR hype train, I mean, hi Ty-phon. Make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more content. So a Stampede right around the corner. Ty-phon has been on the anticipation reprint block out here. Yes, it already has a QCR, but Diabell Star and Wanted and, all of these other cards already have QCRs. And we've seen that they have been reprinted already. You've also got, the obvious Bestials, Kashtira. These have all been, major things that we have been anticipating out here for a little while on the first sale train, because all it's going to take is Konami to reprint these into the ground, and you're going to go like this, and it's game over. Ty-phon is it's not a bad card to have right now, especially as a one-of, but this is such a big opportunity for Konami to reprint Ty-phon and all the rarities to make sure it's widely available to the player base, because this thing, it's not cheap, man. We're seeing prices on Ty-phon actually being like some ridiculously stupid large number. Like, this card has no business being $30+ for some of these versions. Like, it's kind of crazy to be seeing, in my honest opinion. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think that, if Ty-phon doesn't get reprinted, it goes into Monsters Mayhem, which is crazy to think about that Konami would shove it off until that point, but I guess they could print it in Starlight. But either way, there will be a reprint of Ty-phon very, very soon, so that Konami can actually make sure that the value of such an anticipated and such a strong card can actually push itself into the ground and be affordable. Right? Dominus Impulse. So for those of you that have been, kind of paying attention to the meta, Impulse has been out of favor for quite some time, actually. Blue Eyes picked up on Purge and was like, hey, we can play this. Yes, we have been, on the reprint train out here for the Mulcharmies. I don't think anybody is going to deny the fact that the Charmies are, the flavor of the block right now, which means Mulcharmy reprint for Monster Mayhem? Maybe. But Impulse right now, you're obviously, if you'd sold these back during the initial hype, I think you would have made a lot more. But say humor it for an example here, and you decided that you wanted to hold these. Your next reprint for these goes into Monster Mayhem. So, well, obviously, I guess there is the quarter century Stampede hype train that they could put this in there. But they might be holding these for the tins this year. The Dominus cards have a lot of reprint equity inside of them. You might not realize just how stupidly generic these cards are, but Dominus Impulse is a card that will rotate in and out of the meta based on its performance, how strong the card can be, and really just the general impacts of the decks around it. Or it could just be a win more card in some situations. It's going to be one of those cards, though, that will stick around for a while to come. So I want to put this on the list of things that you might want to consider, unloading at this point, because with how the future meta is going to go, I don't really think that we're going to see some spice coming back into the meta anytime soon to warrant this card seeing play. Ban list implications could change that, but I don't see it at this point in time. Lordly Lode. This one has, oh man, you've lost so much money on Lordly Lodes at this point in time if you held them. So we had the announced reprint. They were, I believe, hitting, I think it was $70 the day of the announcement, which was fine. You came down from 100, you lost $30. Standard reprint hype train did its thing. As of filming this today, Lordly Lodes have bottomed out even further beyond that. You can find certain Lordly Lodes, oh my gosh, $55. And then, of course, you know, you have the occasional fire seller out here trying to undercut everybody else. But you're at $55 right now. I am impressed with that. If you are... if you don't need this card to play the meta anytime soon, well, obviously National Season's right around the corner, but Monster Mayhem will take care of that. If you're playing regionals in the, you know, April-June block, that would be the place that you would need these cards. But, you know, as we're getting closer on the tick-down calendar out here, every month, you know, you're losing the $5 to $10 mark. You'll probably see this card hit 40 by about the time that the reprint is up on the block. So, I mean, as time gets closer, every single day, more and more value is lost. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens with depreciating assets. I mean, it makes sense. You know, time is depreciating the, you know, the value of the card as you get closer to the anticipated reprint, which means less and less people have a desire to pick it up. Yeah, it seems logical to me. So, Lordly Lode is definitely one of those interesting little choices right now. And then we have Iron Chain Dragon. This card has always been an oddity because, you know, Konami took a look at pulling the rug. They put it in an OTS pack and said, oh, hey, you know, we understand that you guys need these certain cards. You know, we'll get your reprints for them. We understand this. And then same thing with Iron Chain Dragon. It's a very strong level 6 synchro for Edison. Completely a generic card, but it has just, it's not had a good solid reprint out here. Put the card on the pedestal. So when you take a look at how Quarter Century Stampede was designed and a lot of the voting, a lot of people are taking the route of, hey, you know, they're going to take note of this and they're going to do something about this card. Yeah, I think Iron Chain is probably up on the reprint block right now. Who should be saying that for the last couple of years out here, honestly. Considering a frickin' rare being worth as much as it actually is insane to me. But you know what, Konami? That's okay. I'm just sitting here and I'm just shaking my head as each and every one of these days go by, as I'm just incredibly confused as to, you know, why you take a look at these older formats and you acknowledge that you look at these older formats. And then we see something like the value that has just been not reprinted. Like, why is a rare worth so much money? Like, I get it. We just saw Gram Pulse shoot up through the roof out here for its insane value. So I'm looking at kind of the same thing here. It's like, what's going on here, guys? Why are we witnessing such an increase in value? But this is one of those situations that I think we're finally arriving. We're finally getting to the fabled reprint. And then, of course, engraver. You know, as each and every day goes by, and I sit here more and more witnessing the doom clock on a ban list coming more and more. Engraver just continues to dwindle down. This card is sitting at, I think it's like sub $50 now. Now, it's been that way for a little while, but if Engraver goes to 1, you're going to watch this card bottom out so fast. It's genuinely going to be a hilarious time watching, you know, one of the most crazy engines in the game, you know, just plummet. Now, obviously, Konami could, you know, maybe not touch Engraver. They could do something else along the way and leave the package alone, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Engraver has to go to 1. Unless you're going to go after Requiem or something else in the deck. I cannot very much see Konami out here wanting to leave this package in its current state, because the deck itself has been super toxic. It would make sense that, you know, you got reprint equity in the card. You got some very strong reprint equity actually out there. So, I don't know. I've moved my engravers. I'm not playing stupid games, get stupid prizes at the moment. The engraver goes to 1. Well, I pick up 1 and I call it a day. If they ban something else along the way, well, crap. Then I misinput, but I don't think it's going to be the case. So I would give some serious consideration to moving some of this stuff. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys.
patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.